Always looked like it was the biggest pain in the ass to
Like,
try
how
and
do you
get through
get that through
doorways.
doors?
How do you go to
Yeah,
Denny's?
like, it's so big. There's a new 15-second teaser out for Doctor Strange 2. And despite being really short, we've got a lot to say about it. What cameos have been confirmed? What does it all mean? Here's everything we learned from the new Doctor Strange movie trailer. Today, Marvel's Twitter account has, Marvel Entertainment's Twitter account posted, it's probably on YouTube too, posted a new commercial for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. This movie comes out next week. It is the first big MCU movie since the last one, which was Spider-Man No Way Home. It's the first one of the year. They're going to use that on the poster, man. The first one since the last one. It's the first one of 2022, and what promises to be a pretty exciting year of cool stuff. And this is a really exciting teaser. It's 15 seconds long, and it's kind of absurd that the two of us set up our
15
cameras
amazing seconds, Brian.
And got ready to talk about this. But what's interesting is that this clip confirms a number of seems to confirm a number of rumored story details. So obviously, if you want to go in totally, if you want to go in cold, you should click away now. But these are probably all details that you've heard about in one way or another, and it is in the commercial. So we'll go through the things that we saw, and we'll talk about them, saw and heard, and we'll talk a bit about them. So we've got Mordo saying Stephen Strange, meet the Illuminati will see you now. So Tom, tell us a little bit about the Illuminati from the comics. This is something we thought we'd see in this movie, and now it seems we're going to see them.
We'll know the Illuminati, right? In theory, they're the smartest people in the whole gosh darn, etc. They get together and they make
They make decisions
they make
about
big
the
choices
Marvel
for
universe.
people. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like
whether they like them or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they're they're the ones that shot Hulk off into space in the comics.
Yeah.
What other kind of shenanigans have they been up to? That was kind of like their great big claim to fame there for a while.
I feel like I seem to remember, and I could be totally wrong, that they retconned. You know how when the Fantastic Four first met the Skrulls, and then they convinced the Skrulls to all turn into cows or whatever?
They hypnotized them, yeah.
I vaguely recall that they retconned the Illuminati into doing that, or something to do with the Skrulls. I could be totally wrong here.
Could be, yeah.
We'll have a caption on screen to say whether I was right or wrong. But I know that they've done a bunch of stuff like that, and they meet up and they debate and they yell at each other. So clearly we've got the MCU's version of the Illuminati here, where we've got some powerful Marvel characters who are going to give Strange what for.
Yeah.
And on the Illuminati, again, as teased in the previous commercial from the Super Bowl, we've got Patrick Stewart's voice once again. And that's paired with a shot of a hand, an old man's hand, on a big old yellow hunk of plastic. Tom, what is that yellow hunk of plastic?
I think it could be anything, Brian. Okay. I think we could be looking at a big yellow anything. Maybe the majority of this movie is just an 85-year-old Patrick Stewart playing in a McDonald's ball pit. Maybe.
Yeah, it's Mayor McCheese's head.
Yeah.
Somehow.
He's on one of those springy... the rocking back and forth. No, we're what are we looking at there? I mean, it's got to be we're doing floating wheelchairs now, right?
Yeah.
That's how fantastical this world has become. Now there are slightly more yellow wheelchairs.
No wheels, just a chair. It's a hover.
Just chair.
You need wheels to have a wheelchair. So Professor X in the comics and in the cartoon, which is where my mind went first, famously for a while had this big honking yellow hover chair.
It always looked like it was the biggest pain in the ass to try
how
and
do you
get through doorways. How do you go to Denny's?
It's so big. You expect me to believe they built the X Mansion with extra big doorways just to accommodate this insanely ostentatious
the thing gets blown up every 6 weeks, so they probably
every time they rebuild, they just no, make the doors bigger,
slightly wider doors this time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it like blows the dust into the corners more because it's just constantly?
Oh, that's gross. And there's so much hair because you got you got Beast, you got Wolf. There's a lot of body hair just kind of floating around.
Wolverine alone is enough.
Ugh. That place is
So
allergy bomb.
yeah, so there's that. So we've got. So what's interesting about this though is that we knew this going into it, but there was always a bit of plausible deniability that like Patrick Stewart could be playing this person or that person, or we don't know what it's going to be. But now it feels very much like they are signposting like this is Professor X. This is an X-Men character. Is this going to be an official entrance of the X-Men into the MCU? Is this just a guest appearance in the style of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man No Way Home, where they're just saying like, hey, we're visiting, but we're going back home. Don't expect Spider-Man 4 or Amazing Spider-Man 3 anytime soon. Like, what are we going to see out of this? I think is a real big question that I have.
I'm holding out hope that it's not Professor X. Don't get me wrong. I love X-Men. X-Men of all, they were always my favorite. Growing up, going to see those movies was, that was practically a tradition. It was great. But I'm really hoping that they're bringing in Patrick Stewart to just play a fat nobody. Just nothing. Just absolutely nothing.
It's literally he's playing Patrick Stewart from another dimension, who is on the Illuminati, and
the
he
actor
rides
Patrick
in a yellow
Stewart is one of the smartest men in the universe. Yeah, perfect.
Yes, that would be great.
You try memorizing half of Waiting for Godot. It's not easy. I'm a very smart man, and I say we put Stephen Strange to death. Yeah, I like that.
The two other big things that we clocked here. There's a figure who's flying, a clearly female figure. It looks like probably Photon or Monica Rambeau.
So now we thought that this might be Tom Cruise.
There was rumors. People claim that they thought it was an alternate universe Iron Man. And that's technically like maybe this is Iron Woman from another dimension, but it seems pretty likely. It looks to me, it's still very CGI looking. And it looks like it's probably Monica Rambeau. So that seems to indicate that she's coming back in this movie before she makes any appearances in the Miss Marvel TV show or the Marvels movie that's coming out, I think, next year. Is that next year? I don't even know.
No, I'm still not sold. I don't know, man. I was looking at that shot. We have fun, but I don't know, man. They've lied to us about a lot of things in trailers before, and this felt like
that's true.
It was a much clearer shot of something that's been obscured in every other trailer, right?
Could be another
and also
misdirect.
100% CGI. So yeah, no, maybe
Could
I would love
anything.
to see them do something with Monica Rambeau, but I don't know. I'm curious.
It also does not prevent the Tom Cruise Iron Man rumor from also being true. That rumor being that because Tom Cruise was in contention to play Iron Man back in the 90s when they were developing that movie and it didn't work out, the idea here is that he's going to make a cameo appearance as an alternate universe Tony Stark Iron Man, to the great delight of nerds everywhere. So there's that. It could still happen.
Nerds.
We'll see. And then the other thing that we saw was a very clear shot. I'd be shocked if this didn't turn up in the movie. A very clear shot of Peggy Carter's shield from What If.
She have a little jetpack thing going on too?
Yeah, there's some kind of jetpack something going on. So I'm curious to see how that'll come into play. That's an odd detail it would be an odd detail to add as a misdirect. So it feels to me like a strong contender for people flying around with jetpacks. There you go. You heard it here first. Plot detail spoiled. Jetpacks. Confirmed.
Jetpacks, baby.
What's great about this, I love Haley Atwell. The Agent Carter TV show was excellent. One of my favorite Marvel projects of the last bunch of years. Sadly canceled before it could resolve. And she's great in the role. So I'm really excited to see what they have her do in this. Like clearly, hopefully something cool. Hopefully a lot. Like if she's in this 15-second teaser, that to me is pretty significant. Tom, any thoughts on that?
No, I can't wait to see it. It feels like they've been pulling a lot from What If, like maybe those two projects were probably developed together in a lot of ways. Because when the Super Bowl trailer came out, we had that first shot of what really looked like zombie Wanda, which was straight out of the What If. So I don't know. I would love to see Haley Atwell come back. And really anything that they wanted to do with the weird alternate universe takes on the characters that they did with that show. Anything that they wanted to pull into live action, I think would be a blast.
Yeah, if you're looking to get up to speed on everything, maybe a refresher, check out WandaVision again, watch that again for all the details about how that's going to go.
Actually, a great Snapchat video that I just watched that explains the whole series really well.
Yeah, it's called Okay So Basically. It's on Snapchat. It's on YouTube. Yeah, it's pretty great stuff. You should all watch it. We also, what was the other thing? What If is the other thing to watch. Obviously, I think the second or third episode has a lot of Doctor Strange in it, where we get the preview of one of the characters that I think we're going to see in here, this evil version of Doctor Strange, and then the zombie Wanda, as you mentioned, and of course, Peggy Carter from the first episode. So huge crossover there. When I first watched What If, I didn't watch it a second time, but when I watched it, I was kind of like, where's this all going? Is this all going to have an effect on something? And clearly the answer is yes. So it's exciting. It's awesome. Thanks for watching Everything Marvel. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more videos about your favorite Marvel stuff is coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.